Okay, so in the other video we have in making a tube, today we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to take two sides of a tube and put them together to make a heart. So we're just going to start by creating the top portion of the tube. So you can see here we're just going to go out and start with that. Now keep in mind that there are two sides to this puzzle. And remember, with the other video that you saw, to make the tube you actually have to flip the pieces like I'm going to do here. So the first row you're just going to keep it in the middle there, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to find these V spots, and that's where you're going to fill in the additional pieces, and they're going to be in the same direction. So you're just going to do that, okay? And so today I'm going to make two sets of half tubes, and with different colors, so you can kind of see where the two come together. So you can see what I'm doing here is just taking the V spots, the shape of the V, and filling those in with pieces in the same direction to make the second layer. Okay, and then one more piece to finish that. Okay. Okay, so now here we have the top portion of the tube, if you recall from the last video. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and finish it. And now this is where you're going to flip the piece over and start just filling in any spot that has that V shape there. So I've flipped it over. This is the dull side, this is the shiny side. And you can see here that all I need to do is just add these pieces together. Okay, and then I'll find the next V. And you can do this any way you like. You can fill it in this way, you could do it this way, and then add this last. Okay, it doesn't really matter as long as you just get the pieces in there. And always keep in mind that these things have to be able to bend. Okay, if you got a piece that's flattened out and you're trying to pull it, it will break. So you want to make sure, like for me to make that cusp right there, I need to make sure that this piece can bend. And then I've got one more to do. Oops. Here. And you always tuck it underneath the most bottom one. So here, this is on the bottom, you're just going to tuck it underneath that piece right there like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video now, and I'll finish this out, and then we'll talk again, okay? Okay, so now you can see I've just about completed one half of the tube, and what you're going to do is, by getting those other layers to get up here, you're going to alternate the piece. So before, I had turned it this way, then I'd switched it over, and then made another row, and then switched it over and made the next row. So I'm on my final row here, so I'm going to then just go ahead and finish it off. Okay. You can see here what I'm doing is sometimes these pieces will buckle in because there's nothing to hold them, but no worries, because once you actually put the piece in, it will then push the pieces apart to evenly space them. Okay, so now that we have this all finished, I made another half already, and what you have here, I made it with red, okay? And so what you can see here is this red one, okay, has got kind of this half shape of the heart. Okay, that half right there. So what you're going to do is with the yellow one, once you've completed it, or one side, to make it look like the red one, you're going to take off 3 pieces. You're just going to take off this piece. And it could be any 3 pieces. If you take off any 2 pieces next to each other, all you're going to do is remove that 3rd piece right here. Okay? And then you're going to have this shape here, and you're going to flip it, this V shape here, you're going to flip it all the way to the opposite side, okay, and then you're going to add those 3 pieces up in here. So remember to flip your pieces. So we're going to add it in. Right there. Right there. Okay. Here. Okay. And then to make this piece fit in, you're going to, and kind of just use common sense. If you do a piece like this, obviously it's not going to fit. So you're going to have to flip the piece over. But that's how you make the tube, is it's an alternating flip back and forth. So let's make sure that that piece is in there. And let's go ahead and do this. And so now you see I've got the other half of the heart. Okay, the hardest part is joining these two together. So you're going to have a piece here like this, and then you're going to have a piece here like this. And what's going to happen is you're going to join them, okay, all together to make this heart. So I'm going to try this. It takes a lot of time to do this just because the pieces are very stiff. With the larger ones it's easier, but I'm going to try and put them together for you, and then what you'll have is a shape like a heart. Now hold on one second, and I'm going to grab you one that I've already made, okay, and then also you're going to put your light bulb in here if you want. So here is one that I've finished all in white. Okay, so you can kind of see that I've added it all together and I've seamed the two together. But of course with one color it looks more uniform. And let me plug that in for you, just kind of follow me. And with the light in there, it will look like that. Okay, so, and then the plug that I give you, you can actually use, it's actually looped together when you buy it, but you can just cut it, and this is just the standard cable with a plug like this, and you can just splice it and tap into those two wires, and when you plug it in you get this nice uniform kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to put the pieces together and I'll show you how that's done. Okay.